Alright, so I didn't write any of this down. I'm gonna just go off script or just off the top of my head. So if I slur up or mess up a lot of words, I'm just freeballing it. So yeah. So since I pre-ordered Modern Warfare, I got access to the campaign. I played it, and I'm like, alright, I might as well since I'm just kind of sitting here. And obviously, it took me a while to get it because I had to delete some things. But yeah, the campaign was disappointing. Did not like it. Honestly, I hated it. Honestly, it's worse than 2019. It's worse than all the Call of Duties. I don't ever want to play the campaign again. Just the way how it was structured was not good at all. And I was watching my older video about my thoughts on the beta, and I was willing to give it a shot. I was wrong. I take back everything I said about it because the multiplayer was too much for me, and I'm gonna get on that later. But the campaign just, it was like, what was the point? Like, seriously? You ended on I'm not gonna say any spoilers, but you ended on a cliffhanger, and you have it end like that. Like that did not feel like the final mission. And like the whole tension, the stakes, and like the way how it was like set up, and who was there, who was not playable, how much screen time people have, it was really bad. And just the way how they made it seem like this is gonna be like some big shit going on. No, the stakes were way higher in MW2 than MW3, and I'm just trying to like have everything connect with like some flashback missions, and Makarov was like not menacing. Like they made that motherfucker too handsome, you know. Like he looks like a 30-year old carbon copycat of his father, who should be the big dog of this. But since that's not the case for Makarov, they just made him younger. And then I like that they hype up the tattoos, but you don't even see the tattoos in game, and so that's kind of funny. The way how the campaign was structured was bad, because most missions were open combat, which is what they um, describe it as, where you can like kind of go around the entire map and complete missions a certain way, or like take a different route. It's not linear. Some missions are linear. Some of them are like kind of like a 5 minute section because it's like kind of set up the next mission where you get transported to a different location. And some maps are like from Warzone or like from the bigger map. They brought back Verdansk, but it's like you don't exactly explore the whole area like a subsection. But whatever. Apparently, there's not as many missions that's open combat as it is linear. Because it's like I think out of 15 missions, which isn't a lot by the way, at least in this standard time, is like 8 open combat missions and then like maybe 6 linear. But some of them you really can't count it because it's kind of like you're in one part of a building and then that's is like kind of talking. It's like I said, it's trying to set up everything. But it's just like all the open combat missions, I literally speed ran through all of them. Like even the first mission, you because you play as Farah and then you had to like put some trackers on some containers, and I'm just like, I don't feel like playing like an actual soldier trying to like sneak around. Like no, we ain't got time for that. Like time is money. So literally, I would just kind of like I played on normal difficulty, and yeah, that's not the gaming move of whatever. Whenever you play the story campaign for anything, but I didn't feel like playing on hard, and I definitely didn't feel like playing on veteran. So I just played on normal because I haven't played a Call of Duty campaign in so long. It's not that I don't like them; it's just I'm kind of bored of them now, and I don't feel like paying a lot of time and mostly time. I'm not to say time and money, just time into playing it because I'll usually just play multiplayer. But this one, you get access to it first, and I wasn't gonna play it when the actual game comes out, so I might as well get it out the way. I grazed through all the open combat missions like it was like no tomorrow. Like it wasn't that hard. I died a few times just because like the enemy spawns are like really weird. Like they're spawning in front of you. They're constantly throwing grenades at you. I'm like, where is all these fucking grenades coming from? And then there was one mission you had to go up a building, and then I died nearly at the top, and then I had to start all the way over. I'm like, what? I had to start over? I was pissed. So I had a shotgun. I just boom, 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 all the way back up just to beat the mission. So yeah, the open combat is not it because it's like a mix of like Spec Ops, DMZ, Warzone, like with these missions. These like I don't know. I don't like it. It feels like maybe a few, and if there was actually a bigger purpose, because most of the open combats are the same thing where get a intel device, you gotta plant something, you gotta destroy something, and then there's like 4 of them, so you gotta choose which one to go to, and it's just like either if you gotta find something specific, go to like the farthest one because it's usually how it works whenever you gotta find something. Oh, you gotta get some intercept some data, and it's just like just fucking run, throw some flashbangs in here, some smoke grenades, and then get what you need, and just go to the next objective, and then just get to the LZ, and then it's like you're all over the place with like where you're going, the locations, and the characters were not utilized at all. Like Gaz, I don't even know why he was even in the game because he barely said anything until like the halfway point. Ghost and Soap didn't interact like how he was in MW2. And that's the thing too, the dynamics, they really changed the dynamics of like the characters because OG it was Price and Soap. So that was like the father son type of vibe. But then we kind of got that for Ghost and Soap for new MW2, which was pretty cool because you know you have Price and Gas, and you had Soap and Ghost. That's fine. But in this one, it was mainly Price and Soap, and they're trying to act like they was always this consistent. Like Ghost and Soap did not say anything. Like I only remember them saying two things to each other, like during the final mission, and then one part during like one cutscene like halfway through the game. But then other than that, it was really just the Captain Price game and Fair. Everyone else kind of just like took the back seat, especially Gaz. It's just like why even put him in a game? They brought back Shepard, they brought back Graves, but like they're the same characters. Fair and Alex was like a fucking package deal at this point. But yeah, like it did take a while for me to beat the campaign because I was watching the cutscenes and I was trying to listen into what they were trying to talk about or what they were trying to say. So I think it is about like 4 to 5 hours. But yeah, it definitely was too short of a game that tried to act like you could do a lot more, which they shouldn't do it again. Just I'd rather just have it be linear. If it's linear, at least it's consistent, so you can actually like pace it well, and when in between like enemy encounters and it's like whenever something's happening, you gotta like listen in because open combat, you don't really need any of that. Just literally just speed runs. You can get it done within 2 minutes. So yeah, campaign is not good. The especially the final mission, and I'm not gonna spoil the big shock factor if you haven't seen it already, but out of nowhere, and it didn't feel no emotion whatsoever. You just seen it, you're shocked that it happened, but then it's just like, oh, okay. And we all kind of had our speculations on who it was going to be. I guess this is kind of a slight spoiler, but I thought it was going to be Captain Price. I feel like it should have been his time to go just because he's the only one aside from Nikolai to survive it. And Nikolai, I kind of hate the gimmicks of the game because everyone still plays the same role because the game is more of a filler and like there was like no build. Everything kind of happens and then like Nikolai's still like the pilot. He does the oh, we need an LZ, we need an extraction, we need somebody to fly. Oh, I get Nikolai. You do this every single time. And then Makarov's plan isn't that good either. Like the OG version, I don't want to do the whole comparison thing. Oh, this one was more personal, but it was personal, or like at least General Shepard had like a reason to do what he did. Now it just feels like he just did just because, and I can't follow why he even did it, or like he's still as shady as he was before. Graves is still following orders, so I'm not mad at him. But it's just like everyone's doing the same shit, and there's like no progression whatsoever. So this really was a DLC because this was basically an expansion. This was literally a build up because it ended on a fucking cliffhanger. This was an expansion or just like a subplot for MW4. I don't want an MW4 to be honest. And it goes to the same thing for Black Ops. I'm tired of Modern Warfare and I'm tired of Black Ops. I want them to either make a Ghost 2, Advanced Warfare 2, Infinite Warfare 2, or make a new fucking IP. Because I'm tired of Modern Warfare. Because it's like, how much longer can you go with the series? Because even if it is rebooted, like, it's just, you're just taking away from everything you worked on previously. So I'm kind of tired of Modern Warfare, to be honest. And Black Ops is already, like, dead in the water. But that's a different time to talk about it, to be honest. The multiplayer, yeah, the second part of the phase when like it was crossplay, so you can play with PC and Xbox people. I couldn't do it. I can't hang with the newer COD play style because I can't keep up with the movement, the way how the guns are, and like the progressions and all that. So I couldn't do it. And I like to keep my videos kind of like not professional where I don't curse, but there are certain words I don't say just because I don't really like saying it, at least like video wise. But fuck it. These niggas were doing way too much in the multiplayer that I can't stand, and I hate the movement. I hate that people think MW3 needed movement like that, and people say MW2 movement is jack shit. It's fine. Like yeah, it's not as like fucking crackhead level movement, but like it's fine for what it is. And then if you overdo like the whole slide canceling, like people get on about the slide canceling. We never needed that shit in older Call of Duties. All we had was drop shotting. That's all we had. So like people bitch about the whole, oh, you can't slide cancel, so stupid. It's just like, you can't do that shit. Like, do that shit in real life. See what happens. Your knees are gonna be fucked. And honestly, I don't even want to slide my knees because it's like what am I on a skateboard? So every time I'm in a gunfight, you're just doing all these like movements that make no sense, and then you win because you're playing like a. I keep saying a crackhead, but that's how you're playing. You're all over the place. Like, calm down. So like the multiplayer, like, the nostalgia definitely tricked me because, oh, you bring back all the original maps. That's cool. But what I didn't realize is what I hate about when other games bring back maps from a previous title is when you put an old map that's not changed into a game that has a different playstyle is not gonna work. So I hated Favela in the beta. High Rise became like the sweatiest map ever. So they bring back all these maps, but it can't fit that playstyle of the new games because the gameplay is too fast. The movement is like just weird, and then it's just like you can't do anything. Kill streaks are probably going to be like the most overpowered thing ever. The Guardians, fucking, God forbid if they have like some type of dogs or guardians or whatever, because you're not moving at all. The VTOLs, the attack helicopters, the precision airstrike, you can't do that. It won't work in the old maps. So even when they do adjust it a little bit, but there's only so much you can do before people complain about it. Like I would complain, oh, why'd you add doors here, or why'd you add this part of the section that wasn't in the original? It's not gonna work. So I think they should have just been better off making their own maps, but then you wouldn't have time to because this game only had a year in the development, and I don't know why this game was the next game. It was literally Treyarch's turn. Honestly, no. They were supposed to take a break either this year or last year. And then it's just like, okay, cool. We're going to have a break. That way we can actually have like a time to either play this game, if y'all keep updating it, and then have the feature, the developers work on a future game. Another Black Ops game, God forbid. Another Modern Warfare game, God forbid. But we're obviously going to get it now, definitely. So it's just like, I don't know. I still wanted them just to remaster an older game, because you're going to remaster Modern Warfare, fine. You remaster the campaign to OG MW2, okay. Are we going to get multiplayer? No? Okay. We want a Black Ops 1 and 2 remastered, not going to happen. Definitely now. Like, if we're gonna go on break, just remaster one of those games so that way you don't have to do as much changes as a new game would be. But then how they're gonna make any money with microtransactions and then like the battle passes? And I hate the fucking progression, and I hate the battle pass. I hate the hub. I hate how everything's structured because you get constant like fucking marketing in your face when you click a new screen now. Season 6. I'm like, get that shit out my screen, man. Damn, I'm trying to play the game. Fuck. You got all these bundles, and yeah, I bought a few bundles, but I'm not buying, like, I know people who buy, like, every single new bundled character. That's a lot of fucking money. That's like, what, $20 per character? Give or take? 10, 15? And then people are buying either all of them, or, like, just a chunk of them. Like, I brought Lara Croft, I brought Homelander, because I like those characters, so it makes sense, but I'm not buying all these characters because you can only use certain ones at a certain time. Oh, multiplayer, you can use one or the other, if depending on what side you're on. DMZ, Warzone, unless you prefer to play as any character you don't give a fuck, then I guess, but there's too many characters at this point. And then in MW3, you got operators that aren't even in the fucking campaign. Like, there's maybe 2 that could possibly be in it. I didn't say it before, but fucking they had characters in the story that really had no purpose of being in the story just for the sake of them being in the original, like Yuri. Fucking wasted. Oh, he's an informant. Don't put him in a fucking game if you're not going to use him. Like, he had, like, no, completely different from how he was before. The stakes weren't as high as they thought it was, and it was like, it wasn't personal. There was no personal connection. It just felt like they're just doing whatever. It was oh, I'm gonna blame somebody else for doing something that I did type of stick. It is, oh, we gotta prove ourselves. We gotta prove that we're innocent or whatever. Oh, we did it. Oh, we still gotta stop him. He's dead. You sure there's no body? He's dead. And like, I'm not fucking listening to you. Like, goddamn. $70, man. Like, if I'm hoping I can take this game, I want a refund because the game technically didn't release, and then it's like, I mean, I did get the trophy, so there is proof that I did play the game. But I don't know if it's even possible because how does that even work? So what if you do buy MW3, but then it's just like, because for PlayStation, you can't take back a game if you started it up or something. But then Call of Duty is now like a singular application, so it's merged. So how does that work? Because can you still do it, or are you fucked? Because if you play MW2, but then MW3's in it, does that still count? I don't know. So hopefully, because I was eager to get this game. I was going to try out zombies because let me tell you, I was so bored with video games lately. I went back to PS3. I played OG Modern Warfare. I played Black Ops 1 Zombies. And I tell you, the hour and a half I played on both games, I had way more fun in that time span than I had on a PS5 within like 5 months. And I'm dead fucking serious. Like, I'd be struggling to figure out what to play in this fucking console. But I go back to PS3. I have all the games I want. I find lobbies. And I'm like, wow, these people are still playing the game. And I'm having a blast. They take so much out of somebody that shouldn't have been removed in the first place. Like, we got the campaign, trash. We got multiplayer, gonna be try hard trash. You got fucking DMZ zombies, which is like open world zombies. Like seriously, like that's not gonna no round based zombies. Like unless they have that as an actual option, I don't know how it's gonna play out. But I don't want to play open world zombies. And because I played, OG zombies, it got me hyped to play the new zombies just because I want some chaos with like the claustrophobia, like you're surrounded, you're pinned down or whatever. But it's literally just like as far fetched as the Cold War zombies. And then DMZ. I'm not a DMZ player. I played it a few times to get some guns, but I don't like the whole open world aspect because it's like a lot of walking, a lot of running around, completing objectives, and then there's probably no spec ops in this game, and then there's like nothing else because everything's getting carried over, and still got Warzone. Oh my god, Warzone is gonna be fucked. If they add the gameplay for Modern Warfare 3 in Warzone, no, they're gonna make a Warzone 3. Oh no, I can't. Yeah, I definitely regret getting this. But at least I know now. Now I know I can't trust Call of Duty because I'll get it just because there's some factors that's enjoyable, but I can't now. Just there's nothing left for me. At least video game wise, I'm tired, man. It's not the same no more. I can't hang with the new crowds. I can't hang with the shitty business practices. Like it's insulting to my wallet. I don't got money to spend on these fucking games. I got other things to pay for, man. My time is over. It's the new crowd's time, and I can't do it no more.